Hi guys, this is Rutraj over here, and today's project is FinGuard. So I know you guys might be thinking like, where was I for such a long amount of time, and actually I was preparing for different internships as well as I was creating some other type of projects, and I will definitely upload that as well on my channel. Really thankful for all of you guys. I received a tremendous amount of response on LinkedIn, and I really love to create such contents. I am a tech and music content creator. I had create different AI powered projects, and I would really appreciate you guys to communicate with me for any collaborations. And I have attached my Instagram over my this channel as well, so do go through it. um I create some music videos as well, so if you are interested in that field as well, I would like to connect with you guys. So regarding this project, this is a project which is sponsored by an American multinational company whose name is TigerGraph, and the project is of a IIT Delhi Hackathon, Devcation 2026, under the title of Hack and Solve. So our team's name is Killers of Threats, and our motive is very simple: we see threats, we kill them. So, what are these threats basically? These threats, I would like to tell you guys that in the modern AI world, especially for Indian monetary markets, AI has become a huge threat. And the main reason why I'm saying this is that uh, the distinguishing between a real image and an AI generated image has become a very difficult procedure, and due to this, many monetary investors face large amount of losses because the investments which they do, they come under the influence of uh, fraudsters or such type of people who manipulate them in a wrong amount of in a wrong way by bombarding AI generated factuals which are not actually true, and luring them to get trapped in such markets. So, if we analyze the workflow of FinGuard, what basically FinGuard is doing? FinGuard is automating the entire procedure of what any human think while interacting or taking an action while dealing with any type of fraudster. Now, let us take an analogy and understand the thing which I'm trying to explain regarding this project. Uh, a fraudster named XYZ uh, messaged you saying that a particular type of stock, ABC, has arose from its IPO, and now it is a legally structured stock, and its portfolio has just been released with an LTP of something LMN. And after some amount of time or after some amount of months, it is expected to go towards STU, which is a very high amount. And by naturally, the newly incoming investors or the people who have just started to invest get attracted to such offers, and there would be a link provided which you guys would go and click, and boom, then your bank account is hacked. So instead of going through all of these steps, why don't you just copy that text and place it in FinGuard? Just by pressing enter, your entire headache of understanding whether that sender is authenticated or not, whether he is authorized to send such type of messages or not, or whether he's really into that field or not, or whether he is into existence or not, that does not matter for us. We are only focused upon the fact that the media which is presented towards you regarding any stock or regarding any portfolio or regarding any trading element is authenticated or not. So taking into human analogy, or the human brain's analogy, first of all, let us understand input media from user. Now input media can be of any form, which can be audio, which can be video, images, documents, normal text, as I gave you an example currently, etc. So this media would be converted into raw text, which would be machine understandable. This is an entire backend Langra framework. So try to understand this framework. Uh, I would be going in a very simpler way for that. So after extracting the media and converting it into raw text, here comes the extraction of context. Now extraction of media and extraction of context, what is the difference? The difference is a very simple and a subtle difference, and that is the what are the main psychological points the sender is trying to address in the media. Now there would be some scamming links, which you can say that it is very easy to analyze. Like if someone writes over here urgently, or if someone writes over here immediately, then you go and say that yeah, I can identify this is absolutely a fraud. But no, what if someone says that I am your uncle and I've registered this IPO, and this is really a very great investment opportunity, and you believe that the person is your uncle, it is his new number, and you go and click the link, and boom, as I said earlier, your bank account is dead. So this thing does not happen over here. Now this is an unbiased type of node, and it does not take any relations in between. Like there are no uncles, aunties, or anyone who is biased with this node. This node is the first entry point in FinGuard and analyzes the entire context which is provided to you, which is provided to it from the media, and extracts the most manipulative words. Then it can be "I'm your uncle," or it can be immediately, or anything, and passes that to the fraud analysis. Now, what happens in fraud analysis? Fraud analysis is a very complicated part, though it seems very easy over here. Fraud analysis does nothing but it not only analyzes the manipulative keywords, but also analyzes direct possible threats. Now when I say direct possible threats, it does not only come into account that the manipulative keywords are present or something like that. It also takes place into account whether that person or that media which is provided, which is converted into machine understandable form, are there any watermarks, or are there any AI suspicious elements which can be found inside the media. Now guys, how much ever AI progresses, the it won't be able to generate an exact visual, 100% true visual of a real document, or a verified, or a authenticated or document, image, or media. It can never do that, and that's where fraud analysis operates and tries to find such patterns, tries to identify such elements inside that media, and passes all of this include by generating a score into graph analysis. Now this is where the line graph and tiger graph come together. So this entire thing is line graph, guys, but the internal part, the main part which is operative, the main part wherein the entire thing is operating from now, this is the memory and database. This is the memory and the database of our agentic system. So graph analysis, now again using the human analogy, you came till here wherein you identified that okay, there was a watermark, and there was a something, suspicious type of symbol which was present in the document. And okay, so this can be something fishy, and you go towards the analysis. Now in analysis, what you do in depth, you go towards the stock. stock data. You actually go on authenticated sources and check for the latest traded last traded price, whether the IPO is really registered, what do the officials talk about that. Then you go towards the transaction vertex. Here it is transaction vertex, but in reality, if I tell you in simpler terms, you go towards whether are there any previous users or investors who have analyzed this type of IPO or this type of stock, the ABC stock, and invested into that. Then you understand towards pattern, towards message. Now, in the message vertex, what is happening? In the message vertex, such similar type of scamsters links or such similar types of messages are stored. And over here, if I give you an example, in the message there is message ID, text, message text, and there is a hidden keyword. Now that hidden keyword is generated automatically after that message is synthesized and extracted into this vertex, into TigerGraph. Now this vertex of TigerGraph converts that code into a specific type of string. Every message has a message ID, it has a text, and regarding the stock or uh, whatever the fraudster is trying to indicate. Initially, it goes towards stock. As I said, by the human analogy, you would try to understand the stock data by stock name, series, price. As I said, last traded price. Then you would go towards the pattern. Now, in the pattern, there are this is a more complicated step, so carefully listen to this. So this is volume mean, which is calculated. STD of the volume is calculated. Average amount of the stock is calculated. Fraud rate. Now, what is fraud rate? I can't simply state over here that okay, this is the fraud rate. Among all of these calculations or all of these values which you can see above, the fraud rate is actually calculated synthesizing all of these values, and it is stored in a specific value as a database. Now, tiger graph, what is tiger graph? Tiger graph is nothing but an interconnected graph which is a database. Each individual vertex which you see over here is not only a node but it is a database in real. So here is the fraud rate, here is the frequency, here is the pattern type, here is the source of from where the stock information is collected, etc. Here is the transaction vertex. In the transaction vertex, now comes the final step wherein you analyze what is the amount of trading which took place. As I said, you go through the volumes, go through the open, close, whatever the values are of the stock transactions, and you analyze all of this data. From after analyzing all of this data, this node is evaluated, the score is evaluated and transferred towards web search and analysis. Over here there is tabuli web search. Again, by the human brain analogy, in web search and analysis, what happens exactly? You go on authenticated sources, you check the news channels regarding any similar things which you heard till now or which you read till now in all of the above nodes. You try to analyze, and that is where the analysis of web comes in and a score is generated. Now, this score, with among all of these scores, are provided to the last and the final decision making node, wherein the final score is computed by a specific mathematical formula which is present inside this node, and the final recommendation for the user is generated over here. The output is generated with reasoning and explanation. Here internally there is a conversation node as well. In the presentation, in the PPT, you would be able to observe that. The PPT also I would be providing in the comment section of this video itself. So do go through our PPT and do comment down what were the improvements, or I will also be sharing the deployed link of this project. And I really do hope that you guys would try it, and definitely comment me or DM me regarding any improvements, or if you are interested to collab with me for developing more in this project. So yes, so final over here, the decision is made, the final score is generated, and the output is generated. Now, after analyzing all of the basics of what is FinGuard and what is TigerGraph and what is LangGraph and all of these frameworks, now we move towards actual action. So, real-time fraud detection, AI-powered analysis, graph intelligence, market insights. So, this is about advanced financial fraud detection combining Landgraph, TigerGraph, and market research, real-time analysis of financial transactions. Okay, now over here there are the session statistics which are provided. There is a tech stack, and all of this is provided. So, I will initially go with an audio. I will upload an audio file, and firstly I will try to make you guys hear that audio file. So do hear this audio file carefully.
Victor, listen carefully. This is urgent. I don't have much time to explain everything, but you need to act fast. What happened? There's a massive opportunity in Reliance right now. This is insider level information, not something you'll find publicly yet. Insider information? Are you sure this is legit? I've already confirmed it through reliable sources. Big investors have already started moving money in, and the price is about to explode any moment. That sounds risky. No, this is guaranteed. I'm telling you, this is a sure shot profit opportunity.
Okay, so I won't be able to show you an entire version of this audio file, but in short, if I tell you, this audio file is nothing but an it is a conversation between two friends, Sam and Victor. So Sam has joined hands with some of the corrupt people from the Reliance organization, and we are taking a raw example, guys. So do not take that into any real insights or into any real consideration. Just because currently Reliance entered into the artificial intelligence phase, and they are developing data centers, and there was some news about that. We have included this as an example just to showcase how our product is working. There is no real evidence or proof. I have This is an uh, AI generated phone call which I have created for testing purposes. So now I will provide a prompt. Now this is Victor who is providing. Of course, he is the victim towards Sam. Sam has joined hands with the corporate, and hence he has a backup of a very strong personality, and therefore he will definitely try to attract Victor, and uh, would join hands with the other people, other culprits for this scam, and we need to protect Victor from such type of scam. So let us see how FinGuard helps Victor. Okay, now see over here. The final risk score is 0.22, but the fraud probability is zero point 0.6, indicating a moderate risk of fraud. The urgency level is high, indeed, suggesting that the individual is under pressure to make a decision. Okay, now see over here. User is uncertain about an opportunity which may be a phishing attempt. Now, why this is shown low? Now, you might say that how is this internal calculation going towards 0.22? Now see, as I told you, the information which is provided, like regarding the reliance or regarding the data centers and all, that is authenticated and a real type of information. But the way or the tone in which Sam speaks with Victor, it shows a type of urgency, or it shows a type of grade, or not a grade we can say, but it shows a hurry which Sam wants immediate action from Victor. And when he says that I would require some time, uh, then he starts getting, oh my god, like, no, you should do it as early as possible. Later on it would be really difficult for you, and all of that he starts saying. So actionable recommendations the system would provide over here. uh Illness or by contacting the next step are there. Okay, now over here we will interact with the system a bit more. Okay. Now, our human brain is incomplete without questions, guys. So we definitely have hundreds of questions in our mind, and we cannot wait for the person who is explaining us to ask that question. Because without any question, the I do not believe that a particular knowledge can go inside your head unless and until you have any question over that. So a question is lakhs of times, or we can say thousands, 10,000s of times better than remaining quiet in the class and in real life as well. So this is the question we are going to ask FinGuard. See, as I told you, Reliance stock is appearing to be legitimate. In that case, it is showing low. Did you get that? As I said earlier, the final risk score is low. Why? Because there are many operations which are actually happening inside Reliance organization, and that is what this conversation is talking all about. Now, see, network risk point one. Just network is not significantly associated with known fraudulent activity. Sam is not associated with any previous fraudulent activity. That is what network is analyzing. Transaction risk. This indicates a moderate risk of a fraudulent transaction. Now, from the transaction vertex, from this vertex, uh, from this vertex, our system understood that there is something fishy that Sam is trying to capture Victor into. Pattern risk. This suggests that the individual's behavior is not significantly deviating from the norm. Now, Sam is trying to act cool. Now, Sam is trying to act very, in a straightforward way. Like, okay, no, no, you have to do this and all of that. And that is where this value is going down. But if you look towards the key findings which were initially presented, the artificial urgency, time pressure tactics, the conversation reveals a sense of urgency with the individual expressing uncertainty about the opportunity. So in short, whatever the thoughts which happen in your mind, or the research which you conduct, is directly in front of you. So you do not need to go towards any other place. You just have to copy that, or you just have to download that phone call. I mean, you can just record that call, and you can place it over here, and your work is done. Now we go towards another analysis, and this is a document analysis. Now in a document analysis, I have a simulated fraud document. I have okay, I will show that document as well. Now, this simulated fraud document is from Elias Thorn. This is again an AI generated document, guys. So do not consider it for any type of legal connections. The subject is for private entry opportunity, next gen core infrastructure, which is again an artificially intelligent. This is a artificial organization, and this is not in real life. So Max gets uh, this letter from Elias Thorn, which in which Elias specifies about the bullish trend and projection of the stock uh, NGCI. Yes. So over here it shows the current stock price, then projected quarter end. Look at the difference, guys. Look at the difference of the values. Do you observe the difference? And that is where the things are getting a bit cruel. Now, current momentum, parabolic arc, vision, everything is so, this is so looking like a real factor. Now, over here, there is no signature. This is a type of fraud analysis, as I said previously, that your eyes would try to look for something which is fishy. Now, over here, we can clearly see that there is no sign or there is no authenticated stamp, or for such type of documents there are many formal stamps which are attached, because any organization, whenever any organization publishes its IPO or publishes its dividend or anything, it always has an authorized signature or a stamp over it, which is not present over here. So let us see how FinGuard deals with it. Okay, now it is analyzing. See, high fraud score and a moderate web risk. Still, it has given a warning. File name is itself unusual. Are you understanding the depth of how this analysis is taking place? We did not, went through this file structure. We directly downloaded that file and we directly went inside the document, but we never analyzed that this was actually its structure. This was the actual file name. This is or originally very unusual. Lack of clear investment information does not provide about the investment opportunity, including the product. This lack of transparency is a common tactic used by scammers. Okay, this document creates a sense of urgency, stating that the investment, again, that urgency, that tone is also analyzed, which sometimes we as well miss as humans. Poor grammar and spelling. See, as I said, there is a always a difference between a real and authenticated source and the one which is AI generated. Now there were many poor grammar and spelling errors as well. I mean, there were many grammar errors as well, which we weren't able to analyze. Risk score 0.85, frauds probability 0.92, decision block, urgency level high. Strongly advise against investing in this opportunity. Got it. So this is the type of clear cut you got over here. What should happen. Now imagine if this product actually is downloaded into your mobile phone or your device, and it directly tracks such fraudsters and directly removes them or directly blocks them. That would be so much more beneficial to you. Now imagine how FinGuard can be developed in future, which can be more strengthening towards such fraudsters and strengthening the monetary markets of India. Now, moving towards the third part, which is an image. Now, for an image, I have an Gemini generated image. Again, this is an AI generated image, guys. So it was again some type of fraud image only. The image contains insufficient information to make okay. The information is itself not much sufficient. Overly promising returns. Of course, 500% returns. It's not a joke. See, all of the actionable states, image content analysis is taking place. The most significant point in our entire project is that, again, go through this. In the graph analysis Langgraph node, the states are passed towards these vertices, and the updated states from the Langgraph is again transferred into web search and analysis, which is a Langgraph node. So TigerGraph is in between the Langgraph workflow, and if you go towards in depth, each and every point, each and every point which you see over here is based upon these nodes. If you see over here, overly promising returns, you would find in patterns, fraud rate, pattern type. If you go towards lack of transparency is transaction. There is no transaction found. The transaction is of 0 percentage, and when the database would be compared with the values which would be provided in that image, then it would, of course, it would analyze that there is lack of transparency, does not provide any information about the investment project, such as the company's financials or the risk involved. Of course, it is a very large amount of risk for actually believing in such type of image. Now we go towards the final one, which is the text analysis. Now this is again a sample text. Now I'm writing this text manually, guys. You can just directly copy such type of any, if you get such texts, or if you are feeling that the provided links uh, or the provided messages are really not good for you, you can go through that. You can directly paste it over here. This is completely false, huh, guys? Newly released IPO, which is completely false. This again. Okay, let us make it more realistic. Chalo, let us make it more realistic. 20%. Okay, so this is a bit of casual talk, and look at this. This is again a fraud link, guys. Done. Now, if you want to analyze that link which I've given, the link is suspicious. So, did you guys understand the basic of what FinGuard is and how are we using TigerGraph in this solution? The tech stack is LangGraph, TigerGraph, Grok LLM for generating insights, Tavily search for the search analysis, and this is as I specified here as well. Finally, there is the conversational AI, which you can see over here how the conversation has taken place. Uh, I really do hope that you guys would enjoy this video. If you are really enjoying, do like this video, comment down your favorite part, watch the video till the very end, and if you are really loving my content videos, do follow me, guys. Thank you so much.